What's going on? What's going on? What is going on, everybody? Man, I just read the craziest story about Floyd Mayweather Jr. going into the jewelry store to go buy jewelry. And you know when Floyd go in there, he gonna spend hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars worth of jewelry, money to get jewelry, right? And allegedly, I don't know if this is true, but allegedly, because it's being reported on the New York Post, that some Muslims ran up on Floyd, hemmed him up, smacked him up, because he support Israel, who are in full support of genocide of, the Muslim people, allegedly, right? And I guess Floyd Mayweather, they is so upset that they didn't even want Floyd Mayweather money. Now, what you got to understand is other cultures are not like American culture. American culture, most people don't stand together. Most people don't stick together in the sense of when money is involved, people in America will double cross people, their own people, for money. People will sell their soul for money, right? For an example, in America, you could have a couple who love each other and, doing right by each other, but because of how our divorce system is, you will have a wife double cross her husband for a couple of dollars. In America, you will have two guys who are best friends or even brothers go into business with one another, make a bunch of money, and then you have one guy try to backstab or undercut the other guy, all for the love of money. So I guess when Floyd went over there to London, I believe he was in London, that those people didn't care about the money. They stood on principle. Listen, you support something that we don't agree with, we don't even want your money. And not only do we not want your money, but we don't even want you being here. And luckily for Floyd Mayweather, his security was able to get him to safety ever so swiftly. And listen, I gotta commend and respect those people who stood on code and were not allowed to be bought and paid for. And you know what I'm saying? Now, I don't think that they should have attacked them or anything like that, but at the same time, I respect the fact that they didn't even want to sell their merchandise to somebody who is such against their people. Let me give you a backstory on Floyd Mayweather. If you don't know, the story is maybe a couple of years old now, but Gucci, the clothing line, they put out a distasteful hoodie. It was a blackface hoodie. And here in America, that's not cool if you're a black person like myself. So a bunch of celebrities like T.I. and other celebrities came together to boycott this, purchasing Gucci. And what do Floyd Mayweather do? In typical Floyd Mayweather fashion, sell his people up the river every single time. And he said, you know what? Gucci never did anything to me. I'm going to continue supporting Gucci. And he goes, show himself on Instagram shopping at Gucci. Just like we had a racist owner, I believe his name was Steve Ballmer, for the Los Angeles Clippers. His girlfriend outed him saying a bunch of racist things on a phone call, which kind of prompted him and forced him to sell his business. Now, I don't think he should have had to sell his business because of that, but that's what happened, right? So when people were getting on Steve Ballmer, Floyd Mayweather, in typical Floyd Mayweather fashion, came out and defended a guy who was caught on the phone that everybody heard saying a bunch of disparaging things about his people who supported him throughout his entire career. So I find this situation to be, I'm glad he's safe, don't get me wrong, I'm glad he's safe and he wasn't harmed. But I find this situation to be hilarious because Floyd went overseas thinking that other people are sellouts and you could buy other people like you can in America. And shout out to those people for, as we like to say in my community, for standing on business, because that's exactly what they did. They pretty much said you can take your hundreds of thousands of dollars to your millions of dollars, turn it sideways, and stick it up your candy ass and get from over here before something bad happens to you. Let me know what you think about those people in London. Shout out to them. Like, share, and subscribe to the greatest sports show on YouTube, MDENT313, and I'm out. Peace.